Soccer fans, soccer is back in Baltimore. You're looking live at the CQ Arena in Tustin, Maryland, where tonight the Baltimore Blast take on the Florida Tropics. 91 weeks, 637 days, and a 9-5 win over Harrisburg in 2019 was the last time these guys took the field. I'm Paul Mittermeier alongside my broadcast partner, Lee Tashantaret, along with Andrew Primrose. And Lee, some excitement tonight as we've got a little bit of normalcy back as we're here in Baltimore ready to call the Blast and Tropics.
Yeah, I mean, how can we not be excited, right? We had no soccer here last year, and just excited to see everybody. Excited for David, excited to see, you know, the players back. This is just awesome.
A lot of big changes for the Blast, the coaching change, some new faces, some old faces that are back, and it doesn't get easy because it's a dominant Florida team. Let's take a look at, though, the 2021-2022 Florida Blast.
When blood hits the battleground, will you fight or will you fall? When you hear the siren sound, is there trembling in your bones? Ooh, ooh, ooh. War is fury, there's no mercy.
Game over for the nonsense. I'm a reason with the conflict. You've been pressing on the topic. I came to lock it up in the coffin. Yes. Got a score I wanna settle up. You ain't ready, I'ma let it rush. I ain't leaving nothing undone. Armageddon, never letting up. Yeah. If you started, I'ma finish it. Cut them off, I'm the period. You feel like an alpha to meet the omega. Time's up, I'm the end of it. I am the finisher. You started, I finish it. I am the finisher. Soon as you started, I finish it. It's the final call, now your time is up. Game over, this the end of it. I am the finisher. Come on. Soon as you started, I finish it. I am the finisher. Yeah. I am the finisher. It's the final call, now your time is up. Game over, this the end of it. I am the finisher. Come on. Soon as you started, I finish it.
Here in Baltimore, the Blast and the Florida Tropics. And let's talk about some of these changes, Lee, because when you look at it, first off, behind the bench, David Bascom, the former assistant coach, takes over for Danny Kelly. And David has preached disciplined defensive soccer, and we'll see what we get with David behind the bench.
Yeah, look, I think Danny, obviously, every year his teams were pretty, they were 1-2 in the league defensively, so I think David's going to continue to preach that. I think knowing Dave and having worked with Dave in a number of different areas and different arenas, I think he's going to maybe have a little bit more holistic approach. So I think Dave likes to do a lot more on the mental component. So it'll be interesting, obviously, with a bunch of young players, melding them with the new players, how it works out.
You see William Vanzella is back. The Blast didn't play last year. William Vanzella did. They loaned him to San Diego. He went there. They were under 500 in the regular season, but they beat the Florida Tropics in the championship series, and they won the championship. So William picks up right where he left off.
Yeah, I mean, William played for a real good friend of mine, Phil Savaggio. So I know that they were really excited about that, and he had a great season.
The other big face that's back for the Blast is Max Ferdinand, who should add some offensive punch and some playmaking ability.
Yeah, I think what Max is going to add to the team more than anything is he understands the culture here. So he understands the culture. David was here when he was here before. So I think just having that is going to be his biggest asset.
For a look at the Florida Tropics, let's go down to our third member of our broadcast team, Andrew Primrose. And Andrew, the Tropics really haven't missed a beat. Yeah, 900 and, yep. You know, and Andrew, we talked about William Vanzella for the Blast. Well, Hugo Silva's been huge for Florida the last 2 years. 23 and 4, a little over a 4 goals against average in 27 games. He has been their stopper between the pipes. All right, so a couple things to talk about. First of all, rule changes. The biggest rule change in the MASL this year is the one pass back to your keeper that's allowed. Kind of almost similar to the old over and back rule they used to have way back in the day. How do you think that changes, and does that really speed up the game?
I don't know if it speeds up the game, but I think it would lend for more building of the ball throughout the back. So I think speeding up the game when you don't have your keeper, that probably speeds the game up. When you can go back to him, I think it just allows you to stretch the other team out a little bit more.
And the one other rule we're waiting to get clarification on, we'll see how it's officiated tonight. No timeouts once the top of the arc restart is put in play. You have to call timeout immediately. Do you have an update on that, Andrew? Gotcha. All right, there you go. All right, tell you what, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Actually, we'll maybe lay out here, getting ready to play the national.
Is this my talk back?
Welcome back to CQ Arena, Blast and Florida Tropics. We were talking about the Tropics. You know, we talked about Andrew Hoxie as the new acquisition for the Florida Tropics, but they have some serious firepower. It's a big challenge defensively for the Blast tonight. When you look at their lineup, obviously Victor Perez, 21 goals in 2019. He had 6 goals, 15 assists in 2020 for the Tropics. Ricardinho, 2 goals and an assist last year. Carvalho, also a big scorer for them. It's going to be a big challenge defensively for the Blast.
Yeah, as good as, you know, Florida is defensively, they are potent offensively. And when you have 3, and you can kind of add Lucio to that, you have 4 guys who can put the ball in the back of the net. That's a tough task.
And, you know, we talked about this off air too, Lee. You know, the Blast doesn't have the, you know, that just goal scorer, that finisher, you know, that they've had in the past. So, you know, you kind of look at it like, maybe do you get 6 or 7 goals from 7 different guys? I mean, you know, do you get some scoring from your defense? You know, just ways to be able to put the ball in the back of the net when the Vinny Dantas now on the West Coast and not here in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think you're going to have some guys who are going to step up. I think Lucas is going to step up. He'll end up with, you know, I think he's going to end up with 15, 20 goals. I think Melo is going to step up, and what did he have, 25 assists? 25
assists in 2019, yeah.
Right, so I think those guys are going to step up, and then, you know, you got to have, excuse me, a bunch of guys who are going to have 10 goals.
And no Danny Kelly behind the bench, Lee, but there is a Kelly that's going to play here tonight, Keegan Kelly, Danny's son, who is on the Blast roster, and we'll get some time. He's in the lineup tonight, and we'll see how he performs here tonight for the Blast.
Yeah, this is officially making me feel really old, because I was there when Keegan was born. So really excited for Keegan. He's a really talented player. He's kind of been derailed over the last few years with injuries, but a fantastic player, and can't wait to see him play.
I just remember Keegan running around Bermuda in 2008. Well, he would have been, what, like 8 then or 9, right? Running around.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we are old, man.
We are.
We are definitely old. Also, another guy the Blast did this year, Jake Dengler, who's not in the lineup tonight, but is a guy as the position, another young player that they're kind of looking to maybe add some spark here today. This year.
You know, Jake's a good kid. I actually had the pleasure of coaching Jake when he was younger, so he's got a lot of potential, good skill. I think Jake is, what, 6'7"?
Yeah, he's big,
yeah,
big kid, yeah.
But he's got really gentle, soft feet, so I'll be interested to see how he can adapt to the indoor game.
And of course, Tony Donatelli, who is another playmaker for the Blast, will most likely take a lot of their top-of-the-arc restarts and free kicks. It's the kind of craft. Does the dirty things too that you need. Something that I think Lee Teixeira's familiar with from his days when he played along the boards. You know, that you have to have the win, right?
Yeah, listen, I think Tony's going to be the backbone of this team. So I think a lot is going to spring out from him. I don't think productivity is going to be his major contribution this year. I think getting everyone in line, getting everybody back to the culture that the Blast have of winning and, you know, working hard and everything that's kind of made them successful. I think that's going to be Tony's biggest attribute this year, and whatever he gives you point-wise, which will be a lot. He's going to score and he's going to get assists. That's going to be.
Well, look, we know we've both been around David Bascom, and we know the type of coach that he is. It's not about, and David will tell you, if I tell you and you do it, that's one thing, but then there has to be that process of transferring it from me to you and having those leaders on the team like Tony Donatelli that are going to lead the way for the other guys.
Yeah, I say this all the time. I said it as a player, and I say it as a coach all the time. If the coach is the only leader on the team, that team's in trouble. Right?
All right, we're banging the drum, getting ready to start here in Baltimore. It's a good crowd tonight here in Baltimore.
This is pre-Parade of Champions heading back, too.
Yeah.
Definitely
It's just been so bizarre over the last, 20 months. And just to be able to be here, be calling the game and watching an indoor soccer game makes you feel pretty good.
That was almost a playoff elimination game as that was coming down. Utica, Baltimore, Florida, and Harrisburg were all fighting for those spots with Milwaukee. And we went from that playoff crunch to 20 months without soccer.
Yeah, the Blast was in 4th place, and they were kind of in control of their own destiny. They won the tiebreaker against Harrisburg with that 9-5 victory. Lucas Roque wrapped up that game, scoring with 8 seconds left in that one on March 7th. And here we are, 20 months later, and Lucas back on the field with the Blast. Let's take a look at the starters here tonight. We've got Lucas, Adriano dos Santos, Tony Donatelli, Jonathan Mello, and Jeremy Raley for the Blast. Chad Vandergriff, Victor Pereira, Zach Regan, Ricardo Cavallo, and Drew Ruggles on the floor for the Florida Tropics. And we are just seconds away from kickoff here in Baltimore, the start of the 2021-2022 season here with the Baltimore Blast. And to tell you that the officials for today's match are brought to you by Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game officials. Today's officials: Rich Grady, Robert Faraday, Ryan Nee, and Paul Airy. That is correct.
Really?
There you go. Coin flip to start the game, coin flip as well if there's overtime.
Interesting.
Looks like Florida won the toss.
Or they deferred.
Or they deferred, right.
Yeah, to the second half. Now the new level of intrigue, we'll have to start tracking the coin toss.
That's on you. You need to find that information out there.
I'm going to have to start doing that, yeah.
All right, here we go. Riga starts it. We're underway as Drew Ruggles pounds it down the floor for Florida. Quick shot is blocked by Raley in front. Out come the Blast on the counterattack. Ruggles heads it down and puts it onto the foot of Riga into the box. Jeremy Raley takes that away, and Donatelli clears it up floor for Roque. Florida recovers and play it back for their keeper. Good job by Lucio to run through. Loose towards the box, kicked away by Mello.
You can tell the Blast haven't played in 20 months. The passion, the speed right now, they're running out of their shoes.
Well, what a crafty move by Lucio there.
Mello in the corner, hemmed in down there, a little back heel through. Vandergriff tries to run it down, but the Blast have it. Mello run off, Ruggles with the left foot.
That was Taylor Bond getting a quick shift change in here, the new Florida addition. Came over from San Diego after winning the championship.
Anthony Rico on the floor for Florida for the first time. Vandergriff stays out. Far side. Bond leaves it back. Ruggles pressured by Roque. Now first time on the floor as well for Eligwe. Gets by William in front, goes through the crease, and Vanzella pounces back on it.
So I'll be interested to see how the Blast hold up physically here, Paul. Being off for
20 months.
20 months. I don't care how hard you train. I don't care who you're trying to play pickup with. It's just not the same. And the fact that Florida has been playing, they're obviously going to be a little bit more in tune.
Now question, Silva's distribution went all the way to Vanzella.
So a couple Blast players did play on loan last year. We talked about William Vanzella winning his championship with San Diego, going to a San Diego team that was not a winning team in the regular season and helping them get through in the playoffs. But Adriano dos Santos also played, went over to Tacoma on loan. And so a couple guys got some shifts last year, but for the core of the team, it has been that full 20 months.
All right, new players on. Here's Ferdinand for his first shift as a member of the 2021-22 Blast. Max dribbles back out. Flips it back for Pereira. Juwan surveys. There's Jeff Michaud now. He's a new member of the Blast. Roque, quick turn. Looking for an avenue. Quick shot, that's blocked. And some good footwork by Eligwe, and he's taken down and a foul called on the Blast.
So what Lucas did there is going to be real pivotal to how successful the Blast is going to be this year. His ability to hold the ball up and allow guys to get their timing with their runs is going to be really pivotal, especially at the beginning of the season.
Dos Santos gets by the double team. Thomas makes the turn.
So Paul, kind of interesting there. We talked about the effect of the restart or the goalie rule, and then so looking to make the substitutions and the restarts. Saw kind of an awkward substitution by both teams there, as they were both trying to get line changes instead of a goalie distribution.
Here's the distribution to the corner by Vanzella. That's taken away. Carvalho nearly turns it over, but Ruggles with a nice recovery. Silva now clears.
So now Silva cannot play it with his feet. I guess the Blast had possession.
Oh, good foot save by Vanzella. Roque battles. Taken over by Pereiras in front. Shot by Enrique blocked. Enrique with some good D to cut Roque off. And here's Alves now for Florida drive off the inside of the post.
You can see a little bit of the rust already, Paul. So you had a ball in the middle of the field. You had 3 blast players around him. And normally that's a turnover. And they're not cohesive right now as far as communicating and knowing who's going to double and who's going down.
Lucas Roque comes off the floor. Like he went down hard on that knee. Here's Ferdinand. Good ball for Donatelli. In the corner, Tony turns. That's kicked away. Rayleigh runs on for the Blacks. Dos Santos now from his defender position. Rayleigh, Ferdinand. Oh, quick turn for Rayleigh, but too far. Silva gobbles that one up for the Tropics.
That's the 3rd ball in the corner, Paul. We've gotten, and I would like to see some of these off the boards in the box, especially early on, right? So that's the 3rd ball where we had an opportunity. We had runners going in the box. We're trying to cut it and play that ball through the box as opposed to off the boards.
Ball here back for Silva.
So now with the change, Silva can cross the line in midfield, no longer restricted to that crossing, but now can only play it once with his feet. So be interesting to track as there's a shot.
Here, deflected into the goal, our first goal of the season. It's Reggett for Florida. It's 1-0 Tropics.
Come on.
Yeah.
Taylor Bond with the assist.
So Reggett from Bond. Time of the goal, 4:41.
Cross the line in midfield, no longer restricted to that crossing, but now can only play it once with his feet. So be interesting to track as there's a
shot here, deflected into the goal. Our first
close
goal.
the player down a little bit tighter there.
Reggett with the goal. Bond with the assist. Florida takes the early lead. Diesel into the offensive end. Storelos takes that away. Now here's Silva. Pressured by Pereira. Good ball. Plays it to the corner for Kyle Williams. Montellaris goes far side. Sandoval. Chip to the corner goes out of play, so we'll get a free kick for the Blacks. Pereira is taken down, foul called. Tripping foul is the call on Ligwe. A free kick for the Blast. Pereira far side. Juan cuts it to the middle. Tries to cut it inside for Ferdinand. That's kicked away. Good D there. Hughes tries to make the turn along the boards. He's denied. Good follow to the corner by Diesel. Ferdinand with some good pressure. You can see the changes already, Lee, as the defense way back further in their own end without the ability to play for your keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. So it stretches the field a little bit more. So that should, in essence, leave a little bit more space in the middle of the field, both offensively and defensively.
Hughes cuts it back, and the Blast retain possession midway through the first.
So that'll be interesting to see on this field versus some of the longer fields, Lee. As you look at that, the midfield here, pretty small. The impact of that versus some of these long fields that'll have wide midfields wide open.
Oh, ball off the boards in front of goal! There you go. There you go, Lee, off the boards, Roque. As Silva lost track of it, went behind him, and Roque, he got the last goal in 2019 here in 2020. He gets the first goal here in 2021.
That's kind of like the C&I single in baseball, right? But that's honestly, that's what happens, right? You play some balls off the boards.
Midfields wide open.
Guys aren't used to this on either team.
Ball off the boards in front of goal! There you go. There you go, Lee, off the boards, Roque. Florida scores. As Silva lost track of it for the Blast. And we're tied at 1. triggers it in. Or triggers it in, I think. Foul called here on the Tropics. Free kick for the Blast.
Have to feel good for cooling the gang. I mean, they probably rely on this.
Right.
The money from this,
back.
right? Yeah, they're in.
Back.
20 months without being played.
Ferdinand pushed from behind. Referee says play on. Blast get the possession back. Donatelli with a good settle. Turns. Ferdinand in front. That's kicked away and cleared by Silva. Rarely wins possession back for the Blast.
A little nonchalant by Alves in front of his own goal there.
Okay, back on it. Good toe poke to the back for Dos Santos. Adriano, one-on-one. Down the wing, off the boards in front. Alves heads that away.
Lee, did you text down to the bench or?
Good outlet by Pereiras.
I'm pretty confident they're able to pick that up. They don't need me texting down. I'm sure that they kind of figured that out quickly.
Drive by Henrique goes through the crease, just wide.
Florida's going to make a line change.
So I like what Adriano did there. He had the player isolated one-on-one, right? And he's telling the forward to get out of there. He doesn't need a post up, and both guys got in the box, and you almost create a nice little opportunity there.
Okay with the steal. Donatelli clears it just so the Blast can make a change.
Yeah, he had to clear it. He was...
Oh, big save by Vanzella. Another long-range shot by Reguette. Hughes now. Good turn for Dos Santos, right near the yellow. Rarely one-on-one. Leaves it for Juan. Pereira tries to go through. That one gobbled up by Vandergriff. Oh, hits the referee. And so stoppage. So are the referees going to stop play if it hits them now this year?
I know that was a rule that was used in indoor with the drop ball, or for outdoor rather, that it would be a drop ball. Looks like that's being adopted.
Well, here's a steal. Here's a shot by Ferdinand, a big save. Raley with the rebound, he's wide.
That's one you want to capitalize on there.
Just a bizarre play. It was almost like Florida was just chipping it away. And the Blast said, thank you very much, and just headed it down for Ferdinand.
Florida seemed like they were playing it as a free kick, not realizing that it was a drop ball.
Florida's been very nonchalant in front of their goal. It's been a couple times where they've kind of had these lazy back passes to the keeper, and obviously right there. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Here's Michel, far side. Jeff makes that run down the far wing, now drops it back for Mello.
You guys a little surprised to see Max playing that point position down low?
Not really.
No, that's where you expected to see him in this offense?
I think it's where they need him right now. Here's Pereira down off the boards. That's gobbled up by Silva.
Well, you can tell. So when he's on the floor, they're not looking for a post up. Oh, here's a great interception.
3-on-2. Good drag by Pereira, but too far for Max. Ferdinand keeps possession, goes through two defenders, gets blocked, and a timeout on the floor, and we'll take 1-2. 5:20 left here in the first quarter. Blast and Tropics tied at 1. Back with more MASL soccer after the break.
Searching for a new vehicle? Antwerpen has you covered with 11 dealerships to choose from. Antwerpen Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Hyundai, Nissan, Genesis, Toyota, Volkswagen, Mitsubishi, and Chevy. Plus, we have over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, certified service departments, and 3 collision centers. Antwerpen is also home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit any of our 11 dealerships or shop online at jacksays.yes.com.
And remember, when I say yes, you pay less.
Cat Day, Houseplant Day,
second Tuesday of September,
Ugly Sweaters all December.
Jeff paid his parking ticket.
Kevin found his guinea pig.
With Wise, entertaining is so easy you'll have to find new reasons to celebrate. Only at Wise.
And welcome back to Baltimore. Blast and Tropics tied at 1. 20 months, Lee. We haven't seen each other in 20 months. So what did the pandemic do for you?
What did the pandemic do for me? I got to catch up with all my high school buddies on a lake, and we had the Lizard Fest so it was kind of just hanging out, and it was just great to see everybody. I haven't seen some of the guys in 20 years.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, it was a good opportunity because everyone was home and kind of, you know, stuck in your house and kind of doing things from your house. For me, one of the cool things was after the first couple months, I got back to work, and it was easy going to work because there was no traffic. You just go back and forth, and I know our third man, Andrew Primrose, actually tied the knot in that 20 months.
Wow. Yeah.
Congratulations,
you were there,
Andrew
Paul.
Primrose.
Thank you. Congratulations to me. I don't know about for her, but no doubt for me. I don't know what the soccer equivalent, Lee, you have to tell me what the soccer equivalent of out kicking your coverage is. But I did it.
That's pretty much how we use. There's no soccer term for that, but
just
yeah.
your coverage.
I actually talked about that last night as I was marveling at why my wife is still with me.
Yeah.
Distribution here from Silva, bounces around, pinballs back to Vanzella, and William controls.
The other interesting part of this is now William would likely have played that down on his feet. He now has to weigh if he uses that as his one time playing with the feet. He's ineligible, like he wouldn't have been able to receive that pass.
Correct.
So now that's interesting. He has to decide when he wants to play it on his feet, which was a dangerous part of his repertoire.
Yeah, you know, and I think the way that William handles the ball with his feet, though, it makes it a little bit easier for him. I think it's going to be tougher for some of the other guys. Here's a steal as Thomas tried to take his man one-on-one. Florida counterattacks, but the Blast get back defensively and do a nice job.
Yeah, that was really nice. Obviously, Thomas a little bit late in his move, but he did a great job of recovering and making up for the error.
A turnover, and the Blast have it again. Dos Santos. There's Ferdinand now, and Mello off the bench. Fresh troops for the Blast. There's Show. Back for Ferdinand. Blast have done a good job possessing the ball here in the first quarter.
I would like to see, obviously, as I know David's been trying to groom some guys to play target, but having Max and, you know, what do you call it? Having Max and Lucas on the field at the same time.
Good steal by Ferdinand. Max waits, drops it, shot is saved off the line by the Tropics. I believe that was Monteleras there that saved the goal.
It's the last time you saw a guy have possession in the box that long without being challenged.
Right. I mean, Max had an eternity there, and just Silva used the big body that time to be able to shield and force him to pass the ball.
That's the second time Max has gotten the ball in the box, right? So we've got to be able to convert those.
But I think when you talk about what he needs to be for the team, Paul, you know, what he's been and what he was for Milwaukee for so long was that feeder guy, right? He was the assist, the playmaker.
Absolutely.
And so it'll be interesting as he transitions back to being the scoring option.
I think the other thing you're seeing tonight, too. Oh, here's a good chance off the boards. That's just wide. Blast retain. And the other thing you're seeing early on in this game is the Blast take on guys one-on-one and not being afraid to challenge their defender and try to go to goal.
Which in one regards you like, but we did it twice already where there was no rotation in the back, right? So that's where the group hasn't really come together yet. Jamie Thomas did a good job of getting back, but when he was taking someone on, there was no rotation there.
Well, that's always the difficulty, right, Lee? That's why you kind of avoided, or at least in Danny Kelly's system, you avoided those one-on-ones to not create the defensive mismatch.
I don't think you avoided them, to be fair. I think that you have to do them at the right time.
It's inside a goal, struggles for Florida as he gets loose, and a ball off the boards in front leads to a Florida goal to make it 2-1. Well, that one all started along the near side boards when the Blast had an opportunity for an odd man rush, and Alves made a nice play defensively that led to that break.
Well, Blast bench upset on that play. They thought it was a two-footed slide as he went down low and both bottom of both shoes sticking up, but referees didn't see it that way, and Florida capitalized.
Ruggles from Alves. 2-1 Tropics.
Assist to number 33, Rafael Alves. Time and goal 12-31.
Pereira by his defender. He tries to use the boards, but he gets it too high. And I think we'll get a goalkeeper distribution here for Tropics.
So what you're seeing a little bit, Paul, is when the ball is out wide, the guys are getting in too early. They're getting in, they're standing. So they're not, their timing is not there, right? So they're kind of getting in too early. A lot of balls are kind of going behind them.
Header knocked down by the Tropics, so they have possession. See a foul called here on the blast.
We're officially back. Adriano's disagreed with the last 3 whistle blows.
Free kick, Florida.
Here's Lucio. Bond on the far side.
You know what's a lost art ball?
What's that?
The spin along the boards.
Spin along, yep, there you go.
When the forwards get it, that spin.
Sandoval leaves it for Lucio. Far side, Vandergriff.
Yeah, Mello.
Challenged by Mello. Rico handles that though, and Silva far side. Tries for Bond, it goes around the turn. And Vanzella able to play it off there. And quickly onto the foot of Roque. Lucas down the wing. Double teamed and clears. Back for Dos Santos.
Last minute of play in the quarter.
Under 60 left in the first quarter.
Hey, go, Jamie!
Dos Santos. In this field, under 60 is an eternity.
3 or 4 goals, we've seen it.
Yep. There's Thomas. So obviously no rush for the blast here. Ferdinand off the bench for the blast. Max takes it down the wing. His shot attempt is blocked. Counterattack here, knocked down by Max.
Florida was caught short-handed there. Bad substitution from them. They had about 10 seconds with only 4 on the field.
15 seconds left. Roque goes far side. Chested down and cleared.
Lucas had the ball. I think he liked that one back. He actually had Thomas running down the boards. That ball over the top wasn't on.
4 seconds left. The ball goes out of play off the foot of Roque. So we get a free kick here for Florida. Imagine the Tropics. They don't want to bang it down the floor, that's for sure. Just play it short for Silva. 2 seconds. 1 second, that's going to do it. Tropics take a 2-1 lead into the end of the first quarter. Come back, second quarter action on the way. Florida 2, Blast 1, back with more MASL soccer after the break. back second quarter action here in Baltimore. Florida tries to control, and a foul called here. Is this Diesel?
He's looking for his pocket there. Is he gonna?
I believe Diesel's going to go off here.
I want to see this one because I'm not necessarily sure he got hit here. Sure seems like it, but went down a little bit late.
It's Carvalho who's down. I want to remind everybody the official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight. Flight works closely with professionals and experts at the MASL to ensure the ideal standards for indoor soccer. From training to game day, Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. Dangerous play penalty on the blast, so Tropics go man up. The first penalty kill of the season for the Blast.
I feel like this ball has a little bit of a reduced bounce.
Yeah.
It seems to roll nicely. There's not as many bounces. The ball's hitting and going over.
All right, here we go.
Everybody that had Mike Diesel is the favorite to come in the box
get the first penalty of the season. There you go.
Did they do a $5 pool for that? It's like the baggage claim, the first bag off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only other person money that would have been in favor would have been Adriano, right?
Oh, there's a quick shot, and Pereira's with the drive on the power play. Gives Florida the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, nobody got out. Excuse me, nobody got out and closed that ball, and then it's just kind of unfortunate. Hit off the outside of Adriano's left leg and bounced in, but you got to close the ball down quicker here.
Pereira's with the absolute rocket there. Ruggles with the assist.
So it looked like Jamie went with the runner, followed the runner in instead of keeping shape here.
No.
Well, Jamie's got to follow him unless he's called off, but what has to happen is rarely he's got to, once that ball goes out, he's got to try to get out as quick as he can. I think that's what...
That person on the back player?
No.
Down low or up high?
Down low. So
okay.
Whoever pressured down low, I think that was rarely, when that ball gets played back, you got to get out at that point because I think that Thomas had to go with that runner because nobody called him off.
Okay.
Because Adriano was kind of deep there.
Steal. Alves blocks it. One thing that Florida has done well tonight is block shots. Already taken one off the line.
Wow, look at this is a cohesive unit that is very good defensively.
Last steal.
A shin guard out on the field.
Cut to the near side. Donatelli with the shot. That's saved. Last regroup. Donatelli off the boards for Roque. Cross field pass is touched by Dos Santos and kept alive by Mello. Michelle thought that Roque was going to stay in the corner, and now a 2-on-1 for Florida. Reguette tripped from behind, and we'll see another penalty.
Yeah, I think they're always going to call that one. He's winding up, whether he got him or not. I just think they're always going to call that one. I don't honestly think.
I don't think he touched it.
I think he actually got the ball first. I think he toe poked the ball away, and then the Florida player kicked Jeff in the back of the heel and went down.
So it's not going to be inside the box. They're going to rule it outside the box. So it'll be a kick and not a penalty shot.
So Paul, what have been some noticeable, I guess, differences to you early on right here from where the Blast kind of ended off last, 2 years ago?
I think they play, obviously a little more tempo. I think to me, the whole pass back to the keeper thing has been a non-issue tonight. I don't think it's really affected the play either way. The teams have just pretty much adjusted. I think Florida's really taken advantage of the Blast kind of being a little bit out of sync to start the season, which I think is kind of expected, right?
Yeah, I think it's expected. You got some new players in there. I think that's why David is playing most of his veterans.
Right.
So he really hasn't put a lot of the new guys in. But you can tell their runs are off. You can tell their rotation is off. One thing I would like to see is the tempo higher.
Right.
I think moving the ball a little bit quicker, and you know, you can set up your isolations, and I can see that that's part of what they want to do, but they're not setting them up quick enough.
Here's the Blast with dragging some time here. Hughes in the corner. Blast have run about 30 seconds off this power play. Pretty impressive there. All started with a Jamie Thomas steal in the midfield. Now he'll come off and Mello will come on. Pereira's now at the top of the power play. Reguette, who's been very good tonight. Ruggles in the corner. Off the boards, and William just nicely there as Monteleras played the boards, and William kicked it out with his foot.
Mello does a really good job of rotating from top to catching the guy off the boards if somebody rotates in the middle. He actually does a very good job.
Ruggles found an avenue and Blast clear. 25 left on the power play. I guess the key there, Lee, is just the high pressure, right? Make Florida make 2-3 really good passes, right?
Well, what you're doing here is you're actually screening. You're not high pressing, you're screening, you're sliding, you're taking it away until you can get it to a spot to pressure and try to make it predictable.
Last few seconds of the power play, 5 to go. See if they can do something here with it. Shot blocked wide. And the Blast killed off. So Florida 1 for 2 on the power play. These are dangerous times too when you're not quite set after the power play's over.
Well, you have 3 guys who are gasping for air. I mean, Mello is looking to get off. You got guys who want to get off, and this is where it gets dangerous because these guys are tired. It's hard work when you're a man down.
And Florida just managed to make a whole line change as well, so the Blast haven't been able to change. And it's a whole new team for Florida.
Oh, miscommunication there. Bond had to run it down. Bond makes the turn on Diesel.
That is the 3rd time Alves has been really nonchalant with his back passes.
I think the referee called a
dive, embellishment.
Embellishment warning on Florida. Here's the replay. I mean, you can see Bond goes through the midfield. Nobody touches him, and he falls down because he was trying to buy the call.
That white line got him.
Yeah, it's the old turf monster.
Yeah.
Bascom was preemptively arguing and then realized what the call was and just walked back up to the bench.
William to the corner. It goes. Ooh. Does it skim off the boards? It does.
It did hit the top.
So it's not on top of the arc. It's just off the boards, out of play. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, it was. Good call.
So just a restart for the Blast.
I tell you right now, I think I would be forcing the ball to Alves out of the back. He's just been shaky. He's just been shaky with his distribution.
Pereira cuts to the middle. Mello. Now Diesel. Ferdinand at the target. Pereira with the handle. Cut off by Williams. Plays it back for Diesel. Nelson Santana, his first shift. Handball called on Eligwe. So our first sighting of Nelson Santana, who's back at the Blast. Talk about a wily veteran, Lee.
Yes, listen, he's got every trick in the book. He's got his mind is his biggest asset right now. He really does think 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else.
Here he comes down the wing.
The other underrated part of his acquisition, it means we also take him away from Harrisburg too. So he helped that young team with maturity. So not only get a good player, but we take it away from a rival.
Shot by Dos Santos goes well over the bar.
So I would like to see the adjustment here at halftime is we're getting the ball on one side of the field really and doing a good job of keeping possession, but we're not switching this ball. And when we do switch this ball, it's too slow and the person who's receiving it is not exploiting the numbers on the opposite side.
Quick distribution to the top of the box. Settled by Enrique. Gets the ball right back, and Vanzella's right there in good position to make the save.
Great save by William.
It's a great play by Florida off the boards there. Ball is headed out of play, and this should be the top of the arc. And it is. So our first top of the arc restart for the Blast.
All right, let's see who's going to be on the ball. Is it going to be Mello or Donatelli?
Looks like it's going to be Mello. This is really where, talk about bread and butter for the Blast. Here's Mello to the corner, shot by Roque is saved. Ball nearly cleared out of play again, but Enrique turns with it. Oh, Ferdinand runs him off, great play. 3-on-2 for the Blast. Here's Pereira to the middle, drops it to the wing, shot, save as Mello was denied. The board's in front, and Alves clears that one. Now 2-on-2 now develops for Florida. Pereira hustles back defensively. Vanzella steps in and clears.
What a great run by Mello in transition. Unfortunate not to get a goal there.
Oh, good footwork by Roque, brings it out of the corner. Good stop and go move by Max Ferdinand. He clears and then goes to the bench. 8:25 left in the second quarter. Florida leads at 3-1. Hughes along the near side. Pereira. Shaw back for Pereira. And you go back to that restart, Lee. They got what they wanted, but Silva made it a good save.
Yeah, listen, that's got to be something they capitalize on that, because everyone on the, their set pieces are going to be veterans who have been doing it for a long time. So they've got to execute in order to be successful this year for sure.
Santos pins it up against the boards. That was a dangerous pass. Or I should say Pereira, my bad. Good turn, quick shot. Oh, Silva with a big-time save on the show.
That's 2 times now Machado has done that quick snapshot. Got good effect on that one.
Santana back on the floor. Nelson down the wing, double team. Ball fought for on the Florida bench. Yeah, 2-minute penalty here on Florida.
Nelson is so hard to defend because he does so much of it. Well, he does so much of his movement. It's all body fakes. So it's these little jerky movements that are really difficult to defend.
Those short, choppy steps.
Yeah, it is a clinic in body faking.
Yoshio Sandoval gets the 2-minute penalty. 7:40 the time of the penalty, so the Blast on the power play for the first time tonight.
All right, we have a pretty experienced unit out here.
All right, time out on the floor. We'll take 1-2. Blast power play coming up after the break. You're watching the MASL Soccer. Back with more after the break.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Our country has changed over the last 80 years. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're not just embracing this change, we're driving it in our own backyard. As a local not-for-profit, we're tackling some of the region's biggest health challenges and making care more accessible for you by providing access to digital tools, transforming healthcare for over 3 million of your neighbors, forging new paths to live fearless. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Blast on the power play. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All of the latest news, standings, and in-depth features with names like Michael Lewis, Michelle Gingras, and more. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. MASLsoccer.com. Let's see, Mello, Ferdinand, Roque, Pereira, and Donatelli out for the Blast power play. Donatelli triggers it in. There's Mello far side for Pereira. Off the boards, Roque leaves it for Ferdinand. It's blocked and set up for Arico. And Ruggles goes down. No foul called, and the Blast take possession.
That was a late understanding by Max there. If Max makes a run into the box, he's got a clean hit.
Donatelli in front, and somehow, some way, Pereira has it taken off his foot by Silva.
Yeah, but fantastic ball movement here on the power play.
Oh, quick header, and a big save on Enrico from Vanzella. How did that ball not go into the back of the net?
Two excellent opportunities so far.
Shot here just wide. Donatelli runs it down.
Just had that little spin on it that had spun right on the line as Silva fell on top of it. Just an awkward pass in, a great pass, but awkward spin on the pass.
Yeah, I don't think Juan got his foot on it. I think it popped up on him and it hit his shin and kind of bobbled.
Okay, tried to catch Silva napping on the near post, but Hugo was having none of that. Makes the save. Blast, turn it over. Gets, ball deflected. Mello runs it down. William quickly for Donatelli. 25 left on the power play.
That's where having William with his feet is so valuable. He's so good with his feet.
Yeah, you can't play.
He can't play that.
You cannot play this ball. 11 seconds left. Blast now have an opportunity. Quickly up ahead, Roque. Quick chip near side. Donatelli with a drive off the side of his foot. And out of play, we'll get a free kick for Florida with 3 seconds left on the power play.
So right there, 5 minutes left in the half, we see the first effect. And now the ball's in for restart.
Wow.
Penalty is over. Team's back at full strength.
Promising first minute of the power play, and then it broke down a little bit.
A great chance. Thought for sure that ball was going to. Great ball here. Shot blocked by Vanzella. Another big save by William. William keeping the Blast in the game right now.
Yeah, William's doing a great job. Juan has got to do a much better job of following his runner.
Cleared by Dos Santos. Quick turn, a 3-on-2 if they hurry for the Blast. Here's Roque with some speed. Plays it far side behind Michaud. Dos Santos settles things down for the Blast. Blast change. Hughes has it knocked away.
Now Nelson's going to go up and settle the target forward position. Something to soften him.
I like that decision. Nelson is strong. He uses the sole of his foot very well. He'll be a good post-up player for this team, I think.
Thomas with the run.
Size-wise, he also matches up well with Regret there. Probably the only time we'll win a size matchup tonight.
Thomas directing traffic. Hughes back for Vanzella. And carries it to midfield. Here's Santana now. Nelson surveys the field. Back for Diesel. Shaw tries to play Thomas off the boards, but Lucio makes the steal. Lucio high off the glass and run down on the far side by Hughes. Vanzella clears.
Real close.
Just inside 3 lines.
So Lee, Lucio played a couple years with you, right?
Yes.
That's how long he's been in the league?
He's been in the league for a while.
Incredible.
He's one of my favorite guys. Lucio's a good man.
Near miscommunication there as Ferdinand almost had the steal. Silva comes towards midfield. Donatelli off the boards. Quick shot here. Bounce off the turf and into the gut of Vanzella. Blast control with 3 minutes left in the half. Trying to kickstart the offense. Donatelli. Ferdinand. Van de Griff plays it back for Silva, who clears. Donatelli rolls on, but stolen back by Enrique. Now, Florida possesses with 2.5 left. Too strong around the turn, and Vanzella able to gobble that up. Here comes William.
William was trucking there.
Puts him down itself. Oh, nice play by Roque, and he shoots it off the bar.
Fantastic, played it to, fantastic play. Played off the boards to himself, hits the crossbar from a tough angle.
Now that close again to putting the ball in the back of the net. Blast has been a little unlucky. Game. Yeah, Blast has been a little unlucky here tonight.
You know, the thing that I'm encouraged right now with the Blast is they haven't given up a lot of opportunities to Florida. This is an experienced team with a lot of goal scorers, and right now they're kind of limiting their chances. Their offense will come as the season comes, what do you call it, progresses.
Progresses, right?
Yeah.
Pile of bodies in the corner. Pereira tries to go back, and that's taken away. 3-on-2 now for Florida. Shot here, Vanzella the save. It's loose. Quick turn and a big save again, this time on Carvalho. And who's it off of?
Oh, that looked like it was off Florida. Clearly looked like it was
They say off the Blast. 1:19 left in the half.
It's very rare that I don't agree with the officials.
Right, yeah, I know.
Paul either.
Free kick, Tropics along that far side.
Mr. Official, they call him.
Pereiras to the middle. Delaris back for Pereiras. 5 left in the half. Delaris tried for Ruggles. It goes off the head of Pereira. And we'll get a corner kick here for Florida.
I don't know. I thought I saw it hit a dread on its way out. Hair counts, you know.
Well, Pereiras will trigger it in. Leaves it. Regettes. That's saved by Vanzella. Drive by Montelaris goes wide to the far side. Here's Regettes, hits one again off the corner of the glass. And their foul called here on Ruggles. He'll be called for fouling Vanzella, who's in a heap in the back of the goal. And Ruggles is not happy with the call.
I honestly don't know if this is a foul.
Let's take a look.
I thought they called that he hit something.
Oh, he clearly ran into him. I mean, you got to allow William to make the play, right?
I got to watch this here. Both guys are.
Oh,
yeah.
He elbowed him right in the chest.
Both guys have the right to the ball, but yeah, I think he did run into William.
Long distribution to the corner. Oh, dangerous ball played back for Silva. He's able to corral it. Quick counterattack here. 30 seconds left in the half. Blast clear. Here's Diesel now. Diesel tries to slow things down. Ferdinand with 20 seconds left.
Jeff Michaud has done some good stuff here first half.
Toe poke off the top of the crossbar. That's pretty good too. Thomas with a drive. Silva knocks that down. Diesel in front off the boards. Alves right there for Florida. 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll do it here for the first half. Well, Blast had some opportunities. Florida catches it on the power play. They score the only goal in the second quarter. And after 1 half of play, Florida leads Blast 3-1. Come back with more MASL soccer after the break.
It's a long way to go still because we're dealing with a COVID situation. A lot of players have not been playing so much, so we're just in the beginning of the season and we expect to keep it growing physically and get the peak in the right time.
How comfortable are you? How excited are you? What are you seeing from the conditioning of the guys, and what do you expect to see in the second half?
Well, I think that you know, everybody's getting excited about the first game. You know, it interfere a little bit in your performance. I think sometimes we dominated the game, but you know, we miss a lot of opportunities. It's time now to finish well.
All right, well, fantastic. Welcome to Baltimore. Welcome to your first half with the Blast, and we look forward to seeing the rest of the season.
All right, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be part of the family.
Thank you. All right, there you go, Paul.
Thanks to Sergio Mara as well, the strength and conditioning coach for the Baltimore Blast. Blast trail the Tropics 3-1 at the half. Come back with halftime after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer here on the MASL.
Hey everybody, I'm Gianni Tuminello, Vice President and General Manager of the Baltimore Blast. This is our 40th anniversary, 40 years, 10 championships, and millions of memories. I hope you enjoy the video.
Up and down that lonely road of faith, I have been there, unprepared for the storms and the tides that rise. I've realized one thing, how much I love you, and it hurts to see you cry. I believe we can make it through the winds of change. God is great indeed, if you believe in the everlasting. Yeah, we gotta make some sense of the pieces that we found. Oh no, oh no. And if you just hold on, I won't let you fall. Storms and the winds of change.
A Baltimore championship. A Baltimore championship. Going big. Long shot. And a score.
This is forward. Dos Santos forces it in. We're tied at 8. Adriano Dos Santos when they needed him most.
Here comes Baltimore. The San Diego two-men deep. Foul it.
On this lonely road of faith, on this lonely road
Well, back here, as you see the kids playing here at CQ Arena, that's one of the big things too, Lee, is the kids playing on the field before the game. Again, we talk about getting back to some sort of normal, and it's nice to see kids back out there playing soccer here in Baltimore. Well, Blast are trailing 3-1 at the half. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first half of play. And Florida gets it underway right off the bat in the first quarter. And Lee, this is a real nice setup here as Florida finds the guy in front.
Yeah, it was a good quick turn. I think Adriano got caught on the wrong side of him, and then, the player went behind Donatelli, and it's a nice little tap in.
Yeah, Reget from Bond at 4:41 gave Florida the 1-0 lead, but the Blast come right back here. This is a great play, and you talked about playing off the boards, Lee, and sometimes it just works out for you.
Yeah, look at it. He hit it off the boards. It was kind of like the goal that they called back on William there at the end.
You see there with the left foot, and ball just trickles in off the back of Silva, and the Blast tie the game at 1. But late in the first, Florida would get back into the back of the nets as Drew Ruggles here, again, right in front, out in front of Vanzella, puts it home.
Yeah, you got to give William a chance. Listen, he's made so many saves. The defender has to do a better job when he's coming across the front.
There you see Florida on the power play. Pereiras with his first goal of the campaign on the power play from Ruggles, as Florida does a nice job there on the power play.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Only goal of the second quarter as Pereiras from Ruggles there. It's 3-1 at the half. We'll come back. Second half action on the way here at CQ Arena after the break. Welcome back. First, or I should say CQ Arena, where the Blast, after the one half of play, trail the Florida Tropics by a score of 3-1. And you look at that first half. You asked me earlier in the half, what do I see different? I think one of the things that stands out to me, you mentioned the Blast defensively and limiting the chances, which really hasn't changed. I mean, that's what they did before. I do think they're a little out of sync, and it's interesting. You mentioned, them being out of sync, and I think this stood out to me is you mentioned David being more cerebral, and I think he's trying to get the guys to be more cerebral, and they're even doing things at practice as far as vision goes. I think when you do that, though, a lot of times it takes guys a little bit of time to adjust to that. And you start thinking a little bit, and that kind of slows you down a little bit. But I think in the long run, it pays dividends, but it takes time.
Yeah, look, at the defending area is not going to change much. I think Danny and David both had a really good sense. David is not going to be happy with how guys were following their runner that half. And it's experienced guys, and they should know that. I think the holistic approach for David, I think, is just going to be more about trying to engage this generation a little bit differently than you could guys in our generation.
Sure.
Right? So they have to feel like there's a little bit more ownership. They got to feel like they have a little bit more involvement than they did in the past. And I think David will do a good job with that. He does, that's kind of his thing.
Some new faces as well in the Blast. We talked about this too. I think Max, it's going to take Max some time to adjust to play on this field. Max is used to using his speed and ability to beat players. It's tough to do that on this field when there's limited space.
Absolutely. Look at even though he played with these guys, it's been years, and then you add the size of this field. And then David's asking him to play, a target which is a little bit different. That doesn't suit his player skills as much as kind of being that second forward who can just run at guys. So yeah, this is a tough first game for the Blast. Like, hey, let's.
Oh, and by the way, you're playing the best team in the league.
Yeah, let's throw out the best team in the league. So I'm sure David is a little hesitant to get some of his younger players in there and have these guys take advantage of them just on some, the little nuances of the indoor game.
So Florida tonight, and it doesn't get any easier next week as Milwaukee comes to town for the first two games for the Blast.
It's kind of the 1-2 punch.
All right, so Blast looking to erase the 3-1 deficit here. We'll see what we have here in the second half. We did see Nelson Santana more in that second quarter. We'll see if he plays the target position in the second half and what kind of things we see from the Blast here in half number 2.
So I'm just interested watching David, right? So being a head coach is different than being an assistant coach.
Correct.
Right? So everybody loves the assistant. Head coach has got to be the bad guy all the time. So it's interesting seeing David. He's a little demonstrative in there.
And the other thing too that you have with David Bascom as the head coach, knowing the behind-the-scenes stuff of what David did as far as following fouls, all the attention to detail stuff that you're responsible for as an assistant coach. You don't do that anymore as a head coach. You rely on somebody else for that, and that's something we'll see here this year. Of course,
the best at doing it. I mean, he caught stuff, and he would go over the officials and speak to him about, who got that one?
Yeah, that's the responsibility of the assistant coach. The head coach is worried more about little adjustments he's got to make here and there, those kind of things. So yeah, that onus definitely falls on the assistant coach.
All right, so players out on the field to start things here in the second half.
So Florida's starting again?
I guess they start third and the Blast choose fourth, right?
Okay.
I don't understand the magnitude of starting.
I think they did paper, scissors, rock for that.
But in any event, the Blast have it back. Quick play from Roque to Silva. He clears. Oh, nice touch there, and a good turn by Carvalho. Back for Ruggles. Blast get back defensively. Vandegrift. Riget. Marked by Thomas. Again, loses the handle. Donatelli helps with the double team, and foul called here on Florida.
Yeah, a little bit high elbow to Tony's face there. I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't a blue. I'd like to take a look at that again here.
I think he was saved by the fact that the referee was behind and not in front, the angle that we saw, because I agree with you, Lee, looking right down the boards. That looked like it was up.
Quick ball to the corner for Ferdinand. Marked by Vandegrift. Back for Dos Santos. Adriano looking for an avenue. Plays for Pereira now. Here's Hughes far side. Pereira.
They've got to get some more diagonal movements forward. This is a lot of
just passing the ball back and forth.
Yeah, so and the one movement is almost like a three-man weave. Hughes isn't making any movements to get behind anyone.
Dos Santos, Lucio blocks that, and comes Florida on the counterattack, and whistle blows, foul called on Florida. It's going to be on Aligwe.
I think they called a handball.
And they called a foul on the blast now.
Lucio took that shot off the face and didn't flinch. I mean, he didn't even change the facial expression. I don't even think he closed his eyes.
Well, this turns into a foul on the blast. This is a dangerous restart here for Florida. Really gets called for the foul. Three-man wall for the blast.
Yeah, one.
Good tackle by Pereira there to thwart the restart.
Yeah, that was a poor restart. That was a gift to the blast there.
Thomas forces a turnover. Oh, good touch by Pereira down the wing. Thomas now towards the box. That's blocked away. Pereira comes in hard, and the foul's called on Juwan. There's another case, I think, if Thomas plays it off the boards, right?
Yeah, they're not in sync. Oh, here we go. First shift for Keegan Kelly.
Keegan Kelly on the floor for the first time for the blast.
Can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth.
Family resemblance is strong, though.
Oh, yeah.
Even the hair.
He runs like Danny. He's got the same body shape.
Does he have the same demeanor?
Yep.
Absolutely. And foul called here. This is going to be a screen, a moving screen, I think, is going to be called on Arico.
And he earns the foul there.
Yeah, he cleared the way. Mello. Shad. Diesel far side. Santana the target. Mello. Kelly's playing up front. Play to the corner for Keegan. Kicked away. Santana runs on. Now Roque comes over the boards for the blast.
I like that adjustment, having Nelson and Lucas switching. I honestly think those are the best two target forwards right now for the blast. So I like that adjustment.
Mello taken down from behind. Rico called for the foul.
Sandoval wanted to call for embellishment. You can get that when the foul's awarded.
Ball off the boards in front. Silva slaps it away. Another good chance for the blast. Roque loses the handle. Diesel off the boards in front. Shad's shot is blocked. Out comes Monteleras. Up ahead for Williams. Shot blocked by Vanzella. Shot in the fray again, and Tropics come out with it.
You guys have the stat sheets up there, but I think that's 4 shots from Rashad now, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the half, both keepers with 9 saves.
It's almost half the shots coming from Rashad in the back line.
Yeah, he's been very active. He's got a really quick release. Is Jeff French? Is Michaud French? Is he?
I'm not sure. We need to find that out. There's another assignment, Andrew.
There you go. All right.
Here's Mello. Mello, quick shot blocked. And
got an injury down.
The blast won a handball, but I think it went off the head of Alvis, right?
And they called for a trainer right away. I think that's a head injury. Blast bench were pretty adamant that that was an injury.
He took this right off the face.
Oh yeah, off the deflection.
Yeah, it was off of somebody's shin right into his face.
Going through the.
I think the Blast will get possession here. They had possession when it was called. So I think it'll be a restart here around the yellow line.
Going through the concussion testing. Just giving Alvis a second to catch his breath.
Watching David down there, he was trying to tell him, showing him how to roll the guys. Like, when you have somebody on your hip, just roll them, and then you're through. They got to take you down.
It's like Alvis is going to be okay.
Just talking with the official and what the protocol is for return to play. Of course, Alvis has to come out now, but whether he'll be allowed to come back in.
So we'll get the restart here, right on the front of the Blast bench.
How tall is Alvis?
Donatelli and Mello. Mello runs through. Donatelli off the boards. Out of play off of the Tropics, top of the arc restart here for the Blast.
Well, one of the interesting things we talk about the coaching difference is David Bascom coming off that top bench and giving more play-by-play instructions than Danny Kelly did. Talk about the difference in systems. Maybe settle that a little bit, but definitely early on, David Bascom much more instructing on the field as play goes on.
Yeah, he's going to have to do that this season. He's obviously got.
Oh, drive and a goal by Donatelli off the restart, and it's 3-2.
What a nice strike by Tony.
Take a look at the replay, and this is the nice touch by Mello here. Right onto the foot of Donatelli, he roofs this. Upper 90 on Silva, and it's 3-2. Time of the goal, 4:23. And assist number 1 for Mello here in 2021.
Blast one player short. There's Max coming on.
Blast right back in this one. It's a big goal here in the third. Blast take it back. Here's Pereira. On down the wing, chipped away around the turn and into the hands of Silva. One-on-one battle. Santos wins that one over Eligwe. Ball up the boards, stolen back. Rico tries far side, but behind Bond. Oh, nice ball here. Chip towards the box, and this one deflects off of Van Zella. And we get a corner kick here for the Tropics.
Ruggles was hurt there. He was down, but they allowed advantage to continue with San Diego. The ball was in front. Florida, rather, had the ball in front, and they allowed him to continue to play.
So Pereira's in to take this corner. Quickly, Thomas kicks it off the line. Comes to the near side. Eligwe tries to turn on Rayleigh. That gets away. Steal by Hughes. Josh into the box. And let's see, off of Florida. Is this a corner?
Yep. I'll tell you what, if that ball got through, Max was wide open.
Right there.
Wide
in the box,
open,
right?
trailing in the box.
And the restart for the Blast. Ferdinand will take this one.
Machad's got a lot of room at the top of the arc if they can get it to him.
Pereira shot blocked. Blast keep possession. Swinging far side Dos Santos. Oh, Adriano drive off the top of the bar.
So that's the first time they've switched the ball and then attacked quickly out the other side.
Good ball to the corner for Ferdinand. Max plays it back for Dos Santos. Pereira now, right near the yellow line. Man, Blast have hit that post 3 times tonight.
At least.
And how many saves have Silva made on top of that, too, that were
the big one
great
on the
opportunities,
power play.
yeah.
Right back. Santana with a drive that comes off the boards on the near side.
Nelson can still hit the ball a ton, huh?
Yeah. Diesel. Santana. Nelson gets elbowed in the face. And foul called here on Florida.
Get forward, son. Good. Hey, go work down here.
Drop his change. Diesel with the possession.
Keep looking for the ball. Get wide, Tegan. Get wide.
Here, David Bascom down in the field yelling.
Yeah, you can hear him right here. Again,
Kelly loses the handle. Good ball to the far side, in front off the box. Lucio with a drive up off the glass. Roque with the clear.
Lucio doesn't miss that shot much,
I was going to say, Lucio does not miss that often. Wow, Blas got very lucky there.
Enrique on the far side. Oh, nice move on Diesel. Down the turn. Vanzella, though, clamps down. Makes the save.
William has actually been excellent against the boards.
Okay, settles in the corner. Goes for Diesel, now for Mello.
Kelly playing that middle forward position now.
Yep. And that's the other thing about, when you talk about some of the differences too, it's looked like Mello's playing more on the ball, and this ball taken away. Enrique with the drive and goal. Now Bruno Henrique scores, and it's another 2-goal lead for Florida. Time to go 7:27 as Enrique just took the ball away from Mello and kind of had Dos Santos in a pickle there and was able to beat Vanzella to the far side.
I would like to see Adriano push him out wide here. He's giving him the center. I would like him to push him out wide because I'll take William at a tough angle any day. So I would like to see Adriano use the boards there and push him out wide.
Enrique, unassisted, gives the Tropics back their 2-goal lead. Back with more. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back after the break here on MASL TV.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
At the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Welcome back to Baltimore. Florida 4, Blast 2. Don't forget, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. So Henrique at the 7:27 mark makes it 4-2 Florida.
Paul, have you mentioned these fantastic new referee uniforms?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
They are nice.
New referee sponsors.
Silva clears. Dos Santos chests it down and the Blast control. Dos Santos was trying for Ferdinand, but they are misconnected and a deflection off of Donatelli in the goal. Regat scores again.
That's just unfortunate. I mean, William has no chance on that. It just took a wicked bounce.
9 seconds after
Bascom's going to call timeout here.
Bascom calls timeout for the Blast. Just right off the foot of Donatelli.
Sloppy turnover in transition, although it's really unfortunate. The turnover itself is pretty sloppy.
So with this timeout here, Lee, you're on the bench. You do this, coming right off the restart, you get the timeout, and then he's going to call the timeout again 9 seconds later. What is he talking about?
I think obviously he's trying to stop the momentum right now. You have a couple sloppy balls. He's got a young group. He's telling them they got to take care of the little things. Right now, honestly, I think that was just to stop the momentum.
So it's more of an emotional timeout than a tactical one?
Yeah, there's nothing tactical about that. That was just a giveaway and then an unfortunate bounce. Once again, I think the one thing he's going to have to address is the defending in transition. The Blast is known to be a great defensive team every year, and they've got to do a better job getting back in transition.
Blast look to regroup here, down 3. Still plenty of time left in this one.
This kind of follows the patterns, the games we see here at CQ Arena. You see those low-scoring first halves, and then games kind of tend to blow up in the third and fourth quarter.
I think it just takes teams time to acclimate to the field. So a lot of these teams are coming from arenas that are much bigger than this. So it just takes them a little bit of time to just get used to the field.
One thing you do notice too here is that you see, this doesn't happen a ton, but when guys take shots from behind the yellow line, they're usually well meant and good scoring chances. And I don't think teams do it enough within the small arena, because I think, visually you're used to not shooting from behind the yellow line, so you don't think to do that. Yeah. But here, because it's such a small area, it's not actually a bad idea.
It's funny because I have a hard time understanding that, because when we played, we had guys who could unleash from that distance no problem.
Right.
Like you had when anybody got close to that yellow line, you were closing guys down. That was the marker, because they had guys who could unleash from there.
So Vanzella didn't play it there so he could save the possession.
And plays forward, good ball. Ferdinand's taken down. This will be a good restart chance for the Blast.
See if they go fast here or set something up.
Chance for the Blast to get right back in this one.
Florida doesn't give him that chance.
Well, just a two-man wall right now for Florida.
See Jamie Thomas pop out down low here.
Donatelli, he drives it up over the bar.
So they occupied absolutely nobody on the right-hand side, so they're overloaded. So Florida's overloading the part of the goal that's open. Somebody's got to come out wide here to draw one of the defenders.
Make them respect that.
Of course.
Silva distributes to the corner. Santos runs that down and clears to the top, only to the top. Vanzella makes the save. And a foul here on the Tropics. We'll get a free kick for the Blast. Goalkeeper distribution. Nope, free kick. Nope, they're going to give it to William.
Yeah, because it was a free kick inside the arc, so I think it's automatically in the keeper's hands.
Alves back in for Florida as you see him play the ball there.
Good ball by Mello. Goes past Ferdinand. Off the boards, Pereira tripped up, keeps it alive. Good ball by Dos Santos. Here's Mello now. Mello through for Ferdinand.
That's 3 lines.
3-line violation on Florida.
It's a 3-line block.
There you go.
Yeah. We were tracking those for a while, weren't we, Paul?
Yeah. Mello, Pereira, deflected wide. Michel hits with the left foot. Blast win it back. Quickly into the offensive end. Here's Dos Santos. And he'll play it back and come off. Pereira gets a step, drops it back for Diesel. Here's Rayleigh now. Can't find Ferdinand in the box. Dangerous pass across the goal crease. That's going to get taken away by the Blast. Mello in front. Ferdinand mishits it in front off in the box.
What a great ball by Mello. Great vision as he's running to get the ball off the boards. He's scanning. Great ball. That's unfortunate. Max has got to get a foot on that.
That's 2 in front of an empty net down. The Blast have not finished.
Really takes it away, and Florida kicks it out of play, so we'll get a free kick for the Blast.
That one gave me a little shave there.
There's a replay. It's a great ball. Look at this ball by Mello. I think it actually got deflected too.
I don't think he was ready for it.
And here down on the field, too many men on the field, 6 men for Florida. They got caught on the shift, and the Blast paying attention, so the Blast will get a power play off the bad substitution.
Chance for the Blast here with 5:06 left in the third. On the power play, they nearly scored on their first power play, but Silva made a nice play off the line.
Yeah, they've got to capitalize here to get a little momentum back, because Florida's kind of pinning them in.
Zach Reguette is going to serve that for Florida. Number 8 steps in.
Too many men, 9:54 the third.
There's Lucas Roque wide. We talk about that overload, Lee. Left alone on the other side of the field.
There you go.
Good shot by Pereira in the box. That's deflected by Silva. Oh, good move by Roque. Silva parries that to the corner. Roque can't keep it alive. Rico run down by Donatelli and plays the boards to keep it in possession for the Blast. Quick shot here, blocked by Vandergriff in front. We get a corner kick here for the Blast with 1:28 left on the power play.
Great ball movement right now by the Blast. Florida is scrambling right now. I love the speed at which they're moving the ball.
Ferdinand. Thought Max could have pulled the trigger there.
Yeah, I think Max has gotten a little bit flat-footed there. I would have liked to see a shot there.
Donatelli tries to chest it in. That's blocked. 1:10 left on the power play.
Probably a little far off cage to try that move, but nice ball in.
Pereira puts it up into the netting.
Silva's going to try the William Vanzella. Hold on, I'm getting a drink. Give my guys as much time to rest. I mean, that's the Vanzella move.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple years ago. I don't know how the refs allow that.
Is this a 4-second violation?
All right, so it looks like the penalty clock started when he got the ball, but it wasn't until it was distributed.
So we should go back to what, 108?
I think there was 1:01 left on the clock when that ball went out of play from Pereira. So actually 7 seconds ran off the penalty clock.
Great job by the officiating there to catch that. Although if 7 seconds went off, it's kind of interesting it wasn't a 4-second.
They must have started it. There you go, back to 1:01. They must have started it when it left the official's hand.
Yeah, I guess they gave him a little more time when he was in the goal.
All right, so we'll do it again. And Silva distributes high into the glass side.
It's like a grenade. Man, pulled the pin and just threw it as high as he could.
50 seconds left on the power play. Mello.
Nice quick ball.
Mello looking for a little cut. And Florida takes it away. Great ball up off the boards to Bond. Bond will rag some time now. 30 seconds left on the power play.
Lucas got an elbow in the face, not called.
Silva clears. Good ball by Mello. They try to go cross field. Roque's pass stolen away. Cleared off the nice ball off the boards there.
I think Mello had a choice there, Paul. He could have let that go and gotten a 3-line.
Ball near side, Roque. Quick shot and oh! Roque on the power play. It's 5-3.
Now I know Melo did not get the assist on that goal, but during that power play, he's the key. He's the key. His movement, his decision making, the weight on the ball is excellent.
I believe it. Is it Max?
Yeah, Max.
Yeah, Max to Roque. So Max Ferdinand with the assist. It's 5-3. Boy, the Blast need that one, huh?
Absolutely.
Looked like they were dead in the water.
Second goal of the game. Assist to number 23, Jonathan Melo. Time of the last third goal, 11:52. That's power play goal scored by number 8, Lucas Roque. Assist to number 23, Jonathan Melo. Time of the last third goal, 11:52.
And what do we got here, Andrew?
So, hold on 1 second. So
do we have VAR in the league now?
So the one elbow that they were talking about, the elbow with Taylor Bond and the blow to the head, they didn't have an angle on the field. They went and checked with the side officials, and I guess there is no VR, so they can't go back to check on anything on the video. But they were asking for the side officials. They do. Okay. So the penalty is over, of course, with the goal, so they're trying to remove that.
So basically, they were asking for.
Because it was a blow to the
help,
head. Right, exactly.
With a possible blow to the head.
Right.
I got you. All right, so the Blast scored the power play goal. It's 5-3. Quick restart here, and this one deflected.
Another bad deflection for the Blast, man.
Oh, Kelly gives it away. Quick shot, and Vanzella the save.
What a great save by William. He's had a fantastic day.
Zaga. Back for Silva. It hits Hughes. Reget with a nice job to get on top of it.
Hughes flinched. He did not Lucio it.
And good challenge by Santana on Silva as well. Florida possession with under 3 to play in the third. Tropics with the 2-goal lead. Obviously, next goal big, as Alvis has possession at the yellow line. Maybe for Silva. Oh, good move.
Good.
League-way. Finally taken away by Michaud, cleared. Goes through Kelly. And Silva plays at the yellow. Chips to the corner. Vandegrift. A little overlapped into the corner.
It was a nice run off the bench on the substitution.
Rico and Vanzella way off his line, top of the box to make that save.
Michaud, it was great one-on-one defending there in the corner.
Oh, great ball here by Dos Santos. 4-on-3. Michelle turns. Donatelli off the boards in front. That's headed away. Tony follows. Quick chip is over the glass. It'll be a corner kick for the Blast with 1:21 left in the quarter. Donatelli with a nice job of keeping forward there and keeping the play alive.
Blast has done a nice job over the last 6 minutes or so keeping the ball in Florida's end.
Lucas wide open on the far side.
Yeah,
Chips.
I'm not sure if that chip is in his skill set. It's a tough ball.
Thomas pressures. 50-50 ball. Won by Ferdinand. Diesel now.
Yeah, Diesel wasn't getting out muscled off that ball, was he?
Donatelli for Ferdinand. Takes a crazy bounce off the boards. Diesel steals. Here's Donatelli. Touch for Diesel.
Nice ball.
Good ball for Thomas. Jamie across the box. Goes wide. 45 left. Here's the counter now. Carvalho goes down. No call. I think he tripped over the ball.
Yeah. Spilled himself there.
Sandoval regroups. 30 seconds left. Bond with the turn. Gives it away to Ferdinand. Here's Max with a chance. Max Oh, just knocked away last second. Silva clears.
That's 3 lines.
Close to 3 lines. The referee says no. Florida settles with 10 to play.
10 seconds.
Pereiras around the double team. Vandegrift, far side. Drive wide off the boards in front. Thomas clears. And the horn sounds as the shot goes out of play. Ooh.
Little flurry there in front of the Blast net to end the quarter.
That last minute went from Ferdinand on a breakaway, knocked away, to a last-second opportunity for Florida off the top of the glass. 5-3 Tropics after 3. Fourth quarter action after the break on MASL TV. Hey, welcome back to Baltimore. Tropics 5, Blast 3 after 3 quarters of play. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday on MASL TV as Alex Bashavsky hosts this 30-minute deep dive into the MASL. Subscribe now to never miss an episode. The third quarter stats. Blast out shooting Florida 25-22. Big number here, and I talked about this earlier in the game. Florida with 12 block shots, Blast with 5, and 12 saves for Vanzella, 11 for Silva.
Yeah, there was, like I said, there was like a 6-minute period there in that third quarter where the Blast had them pretty much pinned in, which is surprising. I feel like with a team that has this much experience, I figured Clay would get them moving the ball a little bit more on the front foot.
Melo can't get the ball to stop.
Yeah, Blast start things here to start the fourth. It's Ferdinand on the far side.
So Max played 10 games last year. He actually signed with St. Louis after Milwaukee. Played 10 games for St. Louis last year and now returns to the Blast. So he did play last year and should have some form after some of the other guys, Melo and Juan Pereira, who sat out the year.
Here he is in the corner. Tries to make a turn. Gets free and taken away. Santos follows. A lot of contact on both sides, no call.
A lot of contact, but once the player went down, he's got to unleash that. There's no reason to try to dribble another player there.
Melo's shot is blocked by Williams in front.
Another block.
Get back!
Pereiras with a good settle at midfield. Puts it onto the foot of Williams. Double teamed in the corner. I guess we'll have a drop ball here as the ball got pinned up against the board. Lee hates that. I could just see it on his face.
No, no, the drop ball is funny. I was just thinking about how much I actually used to love the scrum in the board,
just
which is
kick it away down there, wouldn't you?
It's like sadistic though. It's like, you know, you want somebody to beat up on you. I'm like, oh.
Let me tell you something. If Lee was playing, the Williams would not be standing upright after 3 or 4 seconds in that corner. Alves' drive is blocked. Melo's down.
Lee, how many of those kicks would be at the ball and how many would be at the legs?
I never kicked at anybody's legs.
No.
No.
It's three-line pass. Took the officials a second to realize.
So it's interesting. I played in St. Louis after playing in Kansas City, and the St. Louis guys, who I love to death, Daryl Durant and those guys, used to complain all the time when I would jump that I was jumping into them. And then when I went to play for them, they're like, wow, you really do jump straight up in the air.
Right. Two-man wall, Melo. Diesel, drive. Silva right there. Makes the save.
Drop, Randy.
Williams settles with the chest. Loses possession, and see if we get a deflection here. And they're going to say no off of Roque, I think. Yes or no, off of Florida. So.
No, I think it's going to be Florida ball, but it's not going to be top of the arc.
Oh, not top of the arc. It was behind, over.
I think it was a deflection when he hit it out.
Well,
that's what they're calling.
You can't.
No, he's saying it was beyond the yellow line. So
right, that's what I'm saying. He was going to put the ball down in blast territory. Here's the replay. I know Roque wanted a deflection. It's definitely outside the yellow.
Right, and so that's why it'll be put where it goes out of bounds.
And he put it inside the yellow, right?
Right.
Because that's where it did go out of play. That's the correct call. But he kicked it from outside the yellow line.
Right.
And
if he had not, then it would have been the question of deflection. Or
Alves kicked it up into the concourse.
Alves wasn't fooling anybody there with the blast, as the blast knew that was a shot all along.
Quick pressure here, and a break there as Diesel's pass goes off of Henrique, and the Blast will get a free kick.
Nelson back up to the point forward position.
Nice settle by Hughes. Good ball by Nelson. Quick shot. Oh, he shot off the post again. Again. Oh, slick move by Santana. Hughes. Good job there to win the ball all on the boards.
Missed watching him play, man.
It's the 4th ball off the crossbar.
It might be the 3rd by Michaud. He has been a danger every time he's gotten the ball.
Another drop ball here, I think. Oh, Nelson Santana wanted all in on that one.
He's going to do something.
He wins it back.
Would you see what he did?
Yeah,
he went over top of it instead underneath of it. He let Ruggles go underneath and went over top of it.
Yeah, he just let it hit the sole of his foot. It's really funny.
Ruggles at the yellow. Vandegrift. Rico with just over 12 to play. A nice touch here, shot, and a big save by Vanzella.
That was a fantastic combination. That little around the corner ball by Bond was excellent.
Yeah, Santana battling along the boards again. The Tropics dig it out. Whoa, Rico loses the handle. Good pressure by Donatelli. Now he'll come off and Pereira on. Quick shot off, just wide. Oh, the Tropics took advantage there. Pereira was late. Another save by Vanzella. Santana gets to the corner and flicks it to the yellow. Pereiras, nice job there, but can't find Ruggles. Shot with some good hesitation. Shot goes down as Vanzella clears. Diesel. The shot with some room.
I don't know if I'm giving him that much room in a run.
Rashad just threw a nice little shoulder block there. He was not happy with the shoulder block he received a couple minutes ago.
Well, you try to pick your spots, but right there gives the Blast a restart inside the yellow. Drive just wide. Ferdinand wins it in the corner. Marked by Lucio. Dos Santos now far side Rayleigh. Pereira. Rayleigh far side boards. 10.5 to play.
The Blast are really stagnant here with their top two guys.
Touch for Max, and ball cleared up by us.
That'll be top of the arc.
Steve Cook was texting, he almost bought it right in the face.
Liam, I don't understand why you used your hands there. Come on.
Top of the arc here for the Blast is Mello. Donatelli, back heel, Roquet, and now back for Mello.
They tried to build off the play that Donatelli scored on.
Oh, Donatelli up right top of the box, can't finish. Mello gets run over by Bond.
It was the same restart, but instead of Donatelli pulling the trigger, he tried to flick it on.
Here's the replay of that shot by Donatelli. Just over top the crossbar.
There we go, a little movement between Lucas and Ferdinand.
Kay has it blocked. Lucio run off by Pereira. Blast have it again. Donatelli off the boards. Pereira does well, then gets pushed down. Referee doesn't even blow the whistle for a foul.
Wow.
Vanzella tries to clear.
Well, went face first on the board. I'm glad he's up and running.
Mello steals. Now they blow the whistle for the foul. Here's the play with Pereira. And that's close to boarding, actually. Ferdinand tries for Santana in front, goes off of his foot into the crowd. Free kick Florida with 9:19 left.
All right, so here comes the question. Every time we ask it, when do you start thinking about sixth attacker?
Oh, way too early right now.
Yeah, no, it's only 2 goals. Way too early.
Yeah, you got about 5 or 6 more minutes before you start talking about that.
You let it under 4?
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know, right now Brett Phillips would be at midfield.
Well, that's true too. Sandoval. Now Alves here on the near side, picked up by Santana.
Well, that'll be the new, we'll see David Baskin. We know how Danny Kelly would play that, and we'll see what David does with those situations. So he'll be making the calls now.
Strives for the steal. Silva clears to the corner. Adriano off the near boards. Alves runs over Santana, goes down the boards. Dos Santos steals.
Battle of the big boys.
Adriano gets taken down. They say play on. Mello steals. Shot, good touch. Thomas. Roquet. Dos Santos. Oh, just off his foot to Silva. That would have been point blank on the keeper one-on-one.
Yeah, that was a nice set for one of the Blast guys coming off the bench.
So we see
that's 2.
That's 2.
There it is.
On the top of the arc restart.
All right, they've got to capitalize here. We've had 3 or 4 of these this half.
There's 1, and there's 2.
It's like the old futsal rules.
All right, here we go. Top of the arc, Pereira presides this time. Mello in the corner. Pereira drives. Silva with the save. Through the wall. You don't see too many keepers make saves through the wall.
That was a great save.
He's been unbelievable tonight.
Melo far side. Down the wing, taken down, and the foul call. Melo asks for the walk-off. Sandoval picks up the foul. Midway through the fourth, restart here for the Blast. Melo to the box. Ferdinand in deep. Florida takes it away. Blast regain. Pereira now. Joanna drive. That's deflected. Comes to the corner for Donatelli. Melo. Pereira can't get a read. Here's Donatelli off the side of the foot into the crowd. Out of play, a goalkeeper distribution, and a timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. 7:02 left of the fourth. It's Tropics 5, Blast 3. Back with more on MASL TV.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for?
No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell.
Uh-huh.
What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know your heart.
On this team, we fight for that inch.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go!
No crunch time in Baltimore. 7:02 left in the fourth. Blast trail the Tropics 5-3. Goalkeeper distribution for Silva. Headed away by Diesel. Santana. Wilson goes around Williams. Williams recovers. Dangerous ball in the corner. Pereira wins it. Juwan goes down. Silva takes a swing and a miss. And a whole host of bodies on the floor, and we'll get a free kick here for the Blast.
Juwan's got to get his shoe back on.
That's an interesting one because that player is not moving. Like I thought he might call a drop ball there, but this is a good opportunity for the Blast.
Called Williams for the dangerous play, playing while he was on the ground.
I would like to see Nelson make a run in here, occupy 16, and then you have Pereira
or Diesel, right?
Diesel, yeah.
Chip far side, Pereira mishits it, and it just dribbles into the box for Silva.
What a nice ball by Melo.
You said that a lot tonight.
Yeah, no, listen, he's played a lot of balls that he's played and hasn't received the return ball, which could have, you know, created some opportunities.
Good steal by Rigetz. He almost set Williams up, but it was just a bit too far. Riget got the scoring started here tonight. He's got two. Roquet's got two for the Blast.
When is Victor France supposed to be getting into
Not sure.
town?
Not sure when he'll be available.
Because that energy, I feel like we're missing that energy. Victor was just, you know, it was contagious.
Yeah, and he didn't have that whole season either. So
No,
have
he-
the camp and have the time to settle.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think he's the piece that's missing.
Here's Rayleigh. Blocked. Rayleigh gets it back. Dos Santos.
Also, haven't seen Armando Tello tonight.
Early.
On the bench.
Early, 1 or 2 shifts early.
Give him a shift?
Yep.
Okay, missed that one.
Ball to the corner for Roque. Comes out with it, shot just wide. Rebound, Raley in front. Donatelli can't knock it home.
3.
Loose at the turn. And a handball, I think, called on the blast. 5:31 left. Here's the replay. Roque with that turn and just wide. Looked like Silva had that far post pretty covered, though. Steal by the blast in midfield. Here's Ferdinand. Max, oh, shot, goal! Ferdinand makes it 5-4. I think that's what you were talking about, Lee.
Yeah, great composure, great finish.
Take a look. Another bad pass up the boards. And now here's Max. Look at this cutback by Max. And the left-footed finish.
I say it all the time in basketball. Good shooters have to keep shooting. Max had a couple chances he couldn't finish early and kept swinging. And you're not going to keep a goal scorer like that, a soccer player like that, down for too long.
Ferdinand at the 90-38 mark. Dos Santos gets the assist. 1 goal game. Melo settles. It's around Pereiras. Shaw now. Under 5 to play. Melo for Santana. Nelson turns. Still has it. Still has it. Shot just wide. Quite wide by Melo there as it went to the corner. Diesel. Tip for Santana again. Nelson turns and left-footed up into the crowd.
I would like to see a little bit more of that. Like, find a post-up guy there, right? So I don't care who's marking Nelson. He's strong. He's got a good center of gravity, play the ball into his feet, and make some runs. I think too often everything has been down the side, and when we've gone down the side, we haven't gone off the boards.
Goalkeeper distribution here for Silva with 4:34 left. He's been content to just throw it into the blast box every time.
You've gotten a couple headers that have been well-intentioned off that, too.
The only problem
it's like watching a young futsal game where they just want to dump it into the forward who can head it in.
The only problem with that, though, is when you're ahead, you're not killing any time at all.
No,
1 or 2 seconds. Dos Santos, a drive, oh! Silva, the save of the game, as that was headed up towards under the crossbar. Chip here, Ferdinand, another Silva save.
Florida's in shambles here right now. They are disorganized. Guys are running all over the place. The Blast is having their way. I mean, you have 1 or 2 guys that are open all the time.
Oh, Hugo Silva is putting on a show here tonight.
He's trying to get the ref's attention. I think he caught one in the privates.
And he's down. Fans are upset, but he's clearly injured. How did he keep the first one out from Dos Santos? That was just drilled to the up under the bar, and Silva just got the hand up somehow and made the save. I mean, here it is. Oh, what a save. Oh, what a save. That's a, you so much area of the goal there, you just get the hand, you get it or you don't get it.
Yeah, no, he did a good job. Strong wrist. Paul, I got to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised with Florida. I don't think they are.
Well, an interesting development down here as you speak about Florida. It looks like the backup goalie's going to come in.
Yeah, Silva is still down.
So Jorge Navarrete putting the gloves on and warming up.
I thought they would have been a little bit more dynamic in their ball movement and their movement off the ball. This second half, they've been content. I think they felt like they were just going to run this out.
Well, that's the biggest thing. They've just seemed to be content to pass the ball around the midfield, you know, and if they give the ball up, they give the ball up. Like I said, Silva's distributions have all been to the box, and really the Blast have played much better in the second half.
No, they put some pressure, and Florida has not adjusted.
Well, I think Silva's going to try to stay in.
Yeah, the referee went over, and it looked like they signaled the goalie change, but now they're backed off on that.
Well, the big question becomes, if Silva does stay in, is how healthy is he?
He does not look good.
You know, we showed the save on Dos Santos, the save against Ferdinand. I think that's maybe where he got hurt.
Well, he caught one in the...
it was great positioning.
In nether regions.
Blast have it. 3:30 left.
So this is a new line here for Florida, so let's see.
Okay. Plays it back for Diesel. Now, Mello. Cuts to the middle. Quick turn. Hughes. Back for Mello. Quick shot blocked. Donatelli touches to the corner.
That's what I was talking about, Paul. Look at the danger when you get it in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
Diesel heads it back for Vanzella. 2:55 left.
See at what time David's going to be thinking about the...
I mean, I think here in this arena, you gotta play at least under 2, right? So much time left. It's such a small field.
Yeah, 1 goal.
Okay, goes down, foul called, pushing foul. This one's on Monteleras.
Now we have another.
He's down. Monteleras is down. And here's the thing you got to ask the question. On this restart, with Silva not knowing how healthy he is, do you just play the ball towards goal and see what happens?
Or do you use this to sixth attacker?
For the scoring opportunity.
For the scoring opportunity,
so
right?
You got a chance to get a scoring opportunity. The keeper is not, you know, full force right now. I mean, he's kind of still trying to shake off his hit. So do you bring on the sixth attacker? I think I would.
Mello's got the jersey. And he's putting it on right now.
Yeah, I think this is a good move by Dave. I would definitely take the gamble here.
There you go. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
When you get the far sub, he doesn't. Does Mello have to come off for William to come on? Like it has to be a sixth attacker for the goalie, not any player.
Yes, Mello has to come off. He's got a different colored shirt.
So here we go, 2:39 and a restart. And it's a bit further out than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was kind of right outside the box, to be honest with you.
To the corner, here's Mello. Good touch, Roque. Pereira. Back for Mello. Florida holding on to the 5-4 lead. Donatelli cross field. Pereira plays it off the boards. Ferdinand.
Juan's got to creep in there a little bit.
Good touch for Roque. His shot blocked by Silva. And I believe we get a corner kick for the Blast.
Great movement by Lucas. Lucas is causing some real problems with his movement in this sixth attacker.
There's another look at this, and yeah, Lucas goes right to the corner. And man, it was well met on goal, and Silva was right there to make the play.
I think I would like Donatelli on this ball. I would like Donatelli on that ball. He's got the ability to play that chip.
Mello has room. Quick toe poke. It's just wide. Quick loose. Dos Santos saves Silva again. He parries it out. Pereira wins the 50-50 ball. Roque keeps it alive for Mello. You heard the bench yelling for Mello to get back in goal.
Mello knew what he was doing.
Mello with the yellow.
Mello knew what he was doing.
Pereira drive, that's blocked. Roque settles.
I like the confidence league.
1:25 left. Donatelli in front, it's deflected wide.
What a great idea by Adriano trying to flick that in behind his heel. Oh.
Well, drop ball here, I think. Here's the replay on that one. And they just couldn't quite direct it in.
So Dos Santos will take the free kick for the Blast.
I think it's a drop ball, right?
Drop kick, yeah, drop ball.
Blast win it. 1:10 left.
To get Max a little bit lower.
Melo down the boards. Under a minute. Foul called on Florida.
Great job by Melo drawing the foul there. Smart.
57.3 left.
If David has a timeout here, now it's against the boards. Thought it was a little further out. It's hard to see.
Back up the wall. Donatelli presides. Ferdinand from Melo. Far side Roque. Lucas pulls it back. Shot blocked in front. Another block by the Florida D. Melo. Roque in front. Alves blocks that away. Here's Ferdinand. Donatelli in front. That's kicked away. Top of the arc. Restart for the Blast with 39.9 left. Do you take the timeout now?
I would definitely take a timeout now and draw something up. Alves, what a fantastic block. He took that one. He took that one like a champ right off his head.
What a game to start the season, huh?
Yeah, listen, fantastic. David's got to be really happy with the effort this second half. I think he's going to call a timeout here. He's going to see how they're setting up.
And there's the timeout.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so we've seen a couple of these tonight. Donatelli scored on the first restart of the night. Little touch to him. They didn't score on another one where Donatelli went to the corner.
I like to keep these simple. Look at, you have a man advantage.
And let's face it.
You have two guys on one side who are going to be, it's going to be 2 against 1 on one side. Find that side, find a player.
And remarkably, the last restart, if you remember, went through the wall and Silva made the save.
Yeah.
They've run the same setup 3 times and run 3 variations on that. The shot, the flick on, and then the direct shot from the ball holder. So
there you see Coach Bascom with his 6 players going over this restart with 39.9 seconds left.
Wow, it's one thing out there. That's 6 goal scorers out there.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game too.
It's not. There's some teams in the league where you look out there and you know there's 1 or 2 players that are going to get this ball.
You know, we got to stop this guy, or we got to stop this guy.
If you're on this, I mean, obviously you know Max, but Tony Donatelli, Juan Pereira, and Lucas Roque.
Feeling Lucas here.
All right, here we go. Pereira, Dos Santos, Ferdinand, Donatelli, Roque, and Melo. 3-man wall for the Tropics.
So you got 2. You got.
Here we go. Melo. Ferdinand. Oh, back from Melo. Gets away with 35 left. Donatelli pass deflected, chested down. Roque swings it far side, Pereira. Back for Melo. 25 left. Quick off the boards. Roque can't get there. Pereira wins it momentarily. It's cleared the length of the floor. Reget runs it down and scores. Reget the hat trick. Florida with the 2-goal lead with 12 seconds left.
Well, they had some opportunities. Florida did a good job with some stops. It's a little bit unfortunate here.
Yeah, he gets the ball down the floor. Reget was ahead of everyone. He just chips it into the corner to end the game. So Reget scores the goal, the first goal of the game, and Reget gets the icing goal at 14:48.
Florida scored by number 8, Zach Reget. His 3rd goal of the evening, assist to number 22, and Rico. Time of the Florida goal, 14:48.
Rico gets the assist. A good battle by the Blast, but they come up just a bit short here tonight at home as they battle the Florida Tropics and just come up a bit short. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and that'll do it. as time runs out on the Blast. Good battle, some opportunities for the Blast. They controlled the second half, just couldn't find the back of the net enough times, and a lot of that had to do with Hugo Silva.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of positives to build off of here. I think that Jeff Michaud was really good. I thought that, you know, they limited the amount of opportunities. I was not that impressed with Florida in the second half. I thought they kind of were just trying to see the game out. Yeah, I think that almost came to bite them.
I think once they got to 5-2 at the 7:44 mark of the third quarter, they kind of were just like, kicking it around a little bit, thinking they could run the clock out on the Blast. And to Baltimore's credit, they get the goal from Roque to cut it to 5-3, and then Max Ferdinand scores to give them a chance with the sixth attacker. But like we said, they just come up a bit short on the opening night tonight, and Florida comes out with the 6-4 win. Both keepers played extremely well, Vanzella and Silva.
Yeah, I thought William had a really good game in net. Both keepers made a ton of great saves. It was, this is a tough opener for the Blast.
Let's take a look at the save of the game tonight. We could pick 7-8 of Silva's saves. But I think it's going to be a Vanzella save here, as William right at the top of the box, able to get up there and make the play on Merget. William was in position like that most of the night. And I'll tell you what though, Lee, if this was a game that your new coach, a new system, new players, if this is what you're going to build on, I think it's a pretty good start to trying to build on something.
No, absolutely. Look, Florida's supposed to be the cream of the crop, right? So they're supposed to be one of the favorites to win the league this year. So if you're a Blast, player or the coach, you're right there.
Next Saturday night, 6:05.
All right, so the Blast falls 6-4.
Once again,
outstanding performance by the Tropics.
Your Baltimore Blast take on the Milwaukee Wind. Right now we go down to
And yeah, we're going to go down to the sideline. And let's head down to the field, and Andrew Primrose, with one of the stars of the game for the Tropics, Hugo Silva, joins Andrew.
All right, down here with Hugo Silva, and man, we've seen a lot of great goalkeeping in this arena. Obviously, William Vanzella across from you. That's about as good as we've ever seen a visiting goalie play. What did you see tonight from your team and your play?
I think it was a good battle. So we know then every time when we came here to play is a hard game. Every ball is danger, and we just follow the plan, the coach, and works. So it's a good offer for us. It was a good game.
You guys have been dominant in the regular season coming into this, but you haven't had that playoff success. What do you do to take the next step?
I think we have to think about the regular season first. Just keep follow the plan, just details, because playoffs is different than the regular season, and you saw that in the last season. So I think you have to be focused every time in every detail, and just be a good games, play a good games.
You guys got to play last year and had a whole season. You went 10-3, made it to the playoffs. You guys have the fans at home. What do you want to say, everybody watching, as you guys come back home for your host home game?
Just have fun. So try to enjoy the games. We're looking for every game just show up the best soccer for the fans, and I just hope we win again.
All right, congratulations on the tough win. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Andrew Primrose down the field. What a performance from Silva tonight. We don't have the final stats. He had 11 saves coming into that fourth quarter. I guarantee, it's got to be like 19 or 20, right, Lee?
I was going to say, I would say at least 8 saves in that quarter, and 2 or 3 of them at this, the spectacular variety.
After Max scored to cut it to 1, the save, on Dos Santos, where he got the hand up, and then the save on Max right after that, where he dealt with the injury as well. And give him credit, he kind of regathered himself after the injury, and kind of fought his way through the rest of the game. But tremendous effort out there from the Florida goalkeeper. And it's a tough weekend for Florida. They come here to Baltimore. Obviously, it's one of the best places to play, one of the toughest places to play, and they leave here and they head up to Utica to take on Utica coming up tomorrow before they head home later on. So tough weekend. Florida gets that first win of the weekend here tonight against the Blast.
Yeah, whenever you have those kind of weekends, you kind of push for that first win, and then anything after that is gravy sometimes.
No, so they get that here tonight. Lee, thoughts on the Blast? I mean, new system, new coach, played hard, played well, and just didn't get it done. Let's go back down to the field. Andrew Primrose standing by with Max Ferdinand.
Yeah, we were able to grab Max here, so we'll take the chance. First game back in a while. What did you feel like? How did you feel you played?
I mean, us as a whole, I think the first half we started slow. I think the guys were anxious to get out there and stuff like that, but we have a new system, new guys, so I think the first half it shows the lack of chemistry, but second half we picked it up. It was better the second half, so I think obviously give it up to them. They're a good team. We just got to finish our chances.
So you talk about the new system, you talk about coming over here. You were playing most of this game a new position, or at least a new position for you in the last couple of years in that point forward position. What did you see from that, and how do you feel in that position?
I mean, it doesn't matter where I play as long as we win. That's all. Wherever they need me to play, I'll do it. Doesn't matter where, as long as it can help us win. I'm okay with that.
Talk about, when you played here in Baltimore, we were down in the arena and the big field and the big crowd and all that kind of stuff here. We come into this much more intimate environment and the field is tiny. How does that change the way you play?
I just got to make those decisions quicker, We got to get a position, and when we get the ball, we got to give options more quicker, but nothing changed. We just got to move the ball a bit quicker.
So next week, Milwaukee comes into town. You've obviously been playing there since you left Baltimore one season in St. Louis. Talk about the emotions and what that's going to mean playing against Milwaukee Wave.
Those guys were like my brother too, so we won over there, but I'm here now. I can't wait to see those guys. Hey, on the field, they're enemies, so I'm looking forward to it, but we just got to learn from this game, and we'll be ready for Milwaukee.
All right, well, fantastic. Thanks for taking time to talk with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Max Ferdinand joining Andrew down on the field. A tough 6-4 loss for the Blast here, game one of the season. We talked about Florida. They go to Utica, and then for the Blast, though, they come back next week. They're home next week here on Saturday night against Milwaukee, and then they have the trip to Utica the next day as well for a 2 o'clock kickoff up there. So back-to-back next week, and go back to the drawing board. You go back to the blackboard. You go back to practice this week, and you correct the errors, right?
Yeah, look, this is actually a good start for the Blast that they don't have 2 games in the first weekend. That I think would have been difficult for them. So it was a good first game. I thought David had the guys organized, and I think you could tell that there's not that cohesiveness there of a unit that's been together for a while, but that's expected.
No question. Reguette, the hat trick for Florida. Lucas Roque gets 2 goals for the Blast. Max Ferdinand gets the goal in the fourth quarter, his first goal back with the Blast. He also adds an assist as well. Melo gets his first assist on the season for Baltimore. That's going to do it here from CQ Arena. For my broadcast partners, Lisa Chantarette and Andrew Primrose, I'm Paul Mittermeier saying so long. Once again, our final score, Florida 6 and the Blast 4. Thank you for watching Baltimore Blast Soccer on MASL TV.